Humans of the cardboard, welcome back to Just Nuts, guys. Right before I go to work here, I saw some news get revealed for Age of Overlord. We are on new Shinobird support. Very exciting. I constantly see people mention Shinobirds when I talk about archetypes that they think need support, that they want to get support. So this is cool. I know people have been asking for this. Let's just get into it. We have 3 new cards, 2 new rituals, and a new field spell. Let's see where we're at. First off, we start off with Shino Baroness Shade Peacock, a level 4 winged beast, ritual spirit effect monster. That's kind of the whole Shinobird gimmick. It kind of combines rituals plus spirits into the same archetype. That's a pretty big disadvantage. Those two types of based cards and themes tend to have their own disadvantages already. But if they push the cards enough, anything can work. Attack is 1500, defense is 2000. You can only special summon this card with Calling, Shinobird's Calling. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. You can only special summon. You can ritual summon this card with Shinobird's Calling. Use a second effect once per turn. First effect, this card's name becomes Shino Baroness Peacock while in the hand or on the field. Okay, not gonna lie, I don't know too much about Shinobirds already coming into this. Jesus, what is going on? Leave me alone. If this card is ritual summon, add a spell or trap from your deck to your hand that has Spirit Monster in its text. Wow. Okay. Not even Shinobird or anything like that. Just straight up Spirit Monster. So any Spirit Monster support spell or trap, this card can search. I don't know what that list entails, but I'm assuming there's some decent stuff in there. Very cool. Also, it's important to note that Sakutama Aratama, really nice potentially addition, normal summon engine for this deck, as well as what's his face, the guy who was played in True Draco. When you normal summon him, he's like 1900. He turns off their board. Imano Wado. Jeez, I could not think of his name. Okay, very cool. Just interesting to note. That's cool search. I don't know what it searches, but it's good. And once per turn during the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, special summon this banished card. Okay. That's kind of cool. If you already do that, like generally throughout your play, just getting this back as a body is pretty cool. And then once per turn during the end phase, if this card was special summoned this turn, return it to the hand. That's standard spirit monster stuff. Okay, kind of cool. Meets a name requirement, gets a +1 search, and brings itself back when it's banished. It's a pretty fuel efficient ritual spirit monster, which is some of the worry of monsters with those types going on. But very cool. Seems like a good card to start. Moving on here, we move to Shino Baron Shade Peacock. Let's see. So same thing. Level 4 winged beast, ritual spirit. Swaps the stats, so 2000 attack, 1500 defense. Ritual. You can ritual summon this card with Shinobird's Calling. Second effect is a hard once per turn. This card's name becomes Shino Baron Peacock while in the hand or on the field. Same thing. So still takes the name of Shino Baron Peacock, not Shino Baroness, but still cool because I'm sure there are cards that rely on having that on field or in hand or something. So that's cool. Second effect, you contribute this ritual summoned card to add a spirit monster and a ritual spell from your deck to your hand. Okay. Wow, that means if you could just get this guy on the field without normal summon, you could then even just straight up search Aratama. Normal Aratama, search for another spirit monster. Maybe it's depending on what you're looking for, another Shinobird monster. Just get a ton of free value. Plus, those guys being level 4 actually could be huge for this archetype. I think that fits pretty well. But then the ritual spell, I honestly don't, like I said, I don't know a ton about this archetype at all. It's one of the few archetypes that are semi-popular that I really just have not even read the cards for a long time. So, my bad. Alright, third effect. Once per turn during the standby phase of the next turn after this card was banished, special summon this banished card. Is that a staple thing in Shinobirds? I'm not sure. But still, again, same thing. Good value. I'm assuming you're doing something that banishes him. Maybe it's Shinobird's Calling that banishes to ritual summon, in which case these cards just come back and get you good value. And fourth effect. Once per turn during the end phase of this card just special summon this turn, return it to the hand. Standard spirit stuff. Again, pretty good. I mean, trades itself to search 2 cards, and one of them, again, is a little bit generic. This searches any spirit monster. This searches any card that lists spirit monster in its text, spell or trap-wise. It's pretty good. All right, last card here. This is the Himorogi, where stars align. A field spell. Looks really cool. Love the artwork on that. Once per turn, you can ritual summon a wind ritual monster from your deck by attributing spirit monsters and or Shinobird tokens you control whose total levels equal or exceed its level. Wow. So it has to be a wind ritual, but as long as you meet that requirement, comes straight from deck. Very cool. I mean, I don't know. This seems pretty good. My only gripe here, well, we'll talk about that afterwards. Second effect, up to twice per turn. If a face-up wind monster or monsters you control returns to the hand, you can activate one of these effects. Add one of your spirit monsters or ritual spells that is banished or engraved back to your hand, or set 1 stars align across the Milky Way directly from your deck. So again, this is pretty good. Now, my one question here is this card does not have Shinobird or anything in its name, so is this card searchable? I guess the one thing that makes it searchable is it does have Spirit Monster in the text, so it's searchable off of your girl here, Shade Peacock, Shino Baroness, Shade Peacock. So at least it's searchable off her, but it doesn't have anything else in the name, so it may not be searchable in any other way aside from like your generic stuff, your terraformings. But man, this card seems like one of those cards where when we get new fusion archetypes, we're like, what does the fusion spell do? Does it fusion from deck? Does it banish from grave? Does it make the fusion summon mechanic more resource efficient somehow? That's kind of what we're looking at here. Summoning straight from deck. You do not even have to get the ritual monster you want from into your hand or anything. You can just do it from deck. You just need to put the materials on field. And the second effect's also really good. The fact that it's twice per turn, so you could set I don't know what stars align across the Milky Way does, but if that card's good, okay, that's already a good value. And then just the fact that you get something back for free is really good as well. So I don't know. It seems like a good card. I think all 3 of these cards seem like good cards. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is an archetype that is spirit-based and ritual-based. Rituals tend to be tough because you have to have a way to do really fuel-efficient ritual summons. Otherwise, the mechanic minus is too much. And spirits obviously have that drawback of bouncing everything back to your hand. So you have to be able to still maintain board presence in some way, shape, or form and still be decent that way. So there are some minuses here, but like I also said earlier, if Konami really wants to push cards hard enough, they could make a Gemini deck tier 1 if they really wanted. So I think these are good cards. I honestly just don't know too much about what we already have for Shinobirds, but I'd be curious to learn for sure with the new stuff coming out. So let me know in the comment section down below, one, where Shinobirds are now with this new support. What do you feel about this new support? How well does it work with the old stuff? And I don't know, I guess just some ideas you have, like what spirit monsters are going to make the most sense in here, some of the generic ones, some other ritual tools, maybe generic ritual tools that might be worth playing in here. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on that stuff. But yeah, I'm out of here for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel for more stuff from me down the line, and I'll see you in the next video. More Age of Overlord news coming soon for sure. Peace.